How my mom almost got killed before I got home from school. I forgot to say this is true. This happens to my mom when I was around in elementary school. We live on a big farm, and the lane is really long. My mom always picked me up in elementary and middle school years. Safety, she always told me when I asked her about it, but I am getting off track. The entrance to our farm lane sits between two very big hills. All of this is relevant to the story, though. You probably heard of the snipers that shook DC, that Muhammad guy, and his little 15-year-old friend. My mom, we will call her Sonia, worked at a place called Ground Round, a now closed restaurant near the mall in my hometown. She was working the late shift there when two men came in and were seated in her section. At first, Sonia and her guests were having a good time, joking and kidding as she usually does, but the conversation turns to the snipers in DC. The two men ask for her opinion about them. Sonia turns to them point blank and called them cowards. The men were angry at that, but nothing else was said. Time skipped to the afternoon of the next day. My mom was in the old farm truck, waiting for my bus to come and drop me off. A bit more of information. I was almost the last one to get off. She was at the end of our long lane when a blue car comes past. It slowed down on the other hill to the right of our lane, coming to almost a complete stop. Sonia had the strong instinct to duck, and she dived into the seat, almost to the floorboards. She crawled to the passenger window and peeks out, seeing the car has turned around and was coming back to do another pass by. She remains on the floor, waiting for the car to go away when she remembered I was coming home on the bus. She panics when she glances out the driver's side window to see that the blue car is gone. She sits up just as my bus comes over and dropped me off. I was none the wiser. All of this happened only a few minutes before I got home. It was a few days later when my mom recognized the men and the car when the snipers were caught at the rest stop on a news broadcast. This was after the woman in the Home Depot was shot and killed. Mom never told me this until years later when we were watching a show about the snipers. I shudder to this day of what would have happened if my mom had not ducked when she did or was in our family van that had a console in between the seats. I sometimes think I would have come home to find my mother dead in the truck, or worse, the two of us dead if the snipers caught us when the bus dropped me off. I really do hope I never have to experience anything like that on my own, but my own life is beginning. May everyone, please, trust your gut instincts and be very observant of your surroundings. It may just save your life in the end. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button to support my work. And as always, enjoy the fear, my dear.